seeking divine messages of love and light filled with wisdom, hope, and insight.
With your words of truth, inspiration, and perfection,
Grant us guidance and protection.
I'm here as my raw self, hoping you're as your raw self. The mask's off, and I just spent about 15 minutes explaining all of this, shuffling and dealing all of this to you, Gemini. And I go to see how long it was, and there was poof, it was nothing. So maybe something like that for you. And before the reading, I came in my spot and my son must have sat in my spot and got it all dirty. So we had to do a little preparation before. So I probably must have not even hit the button and thought I don't know what I was doing. But I have a brand new deck called the Roll Oracle deck, and we're using the Gold Foil Tarot. And we have these three that fell off underneath that I saved for the end. But we started burying or digging up something that we've been carrying for a while. 14 years maybe.
1 and 4 does equal 5. It can be 5 years, 5 months.
The grave robber is 13 too, the death. And this has everything to do with archaeology, artifacts, excavation of any kind of sort, any kind of adventure. And this is adventure real scorpionic, real. You see he's in the graveyard and he is digging up a grave. And this is a grave robber. And I told the story about how I was watching a reading and she was saying talking about grief, and how in one part the people, when they lose somebody, they would carry their bones with them for a year, and after a year they would let the bones go. Okay. Yeah, and after a year they would let the bones go, and that was their way. They sat with it for a whole year. Imagine carrying these bones around for 14 years or anything. If it's longer, then
Those bones would get to be some heavy bones.
Anything that length of time, it's time to let that go. And this is what we're doing here with the mermaid. All this emotion, this water, because we have the Page of Cups with the Four of Wands. This is this going away, this separation, this coming apart. We're really releasing, detoxing, and I hear rehab. And perhaps we're leaving people and places. It's like we're leaving a place that whatever is unfulfilling emotionally, we're leaving it. Whatever doesn't serve us emotionally, we're not there. It's like we're all for this. Then we had, and in the beginning, I was saying how, I split it to the Seven of Swords in reverse, and I'm like, Gemini. I thought of Gemini right before I even flipped that over. And then I seen that, I was like, oh, Gemini. Well, we're doing Gemini right away. And then I split the deck open, and when I split the deck open on the camera, the Seven of Wands came out. I was like, wow, this is real powerful energy. We're real forceful. We're standing up, We have this force. And this, you have the Substitute, the Here, and the Time Traveler all in reverse about the Judgment and the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is a real call to surrender. We're being called to surrender here. We're being called to put everything out in the open, to be our raw self, to to walk the other way, to turn the other cheek. With this substitute here, you're the only one, or there's only it's in reverse, so there's no substitute. It's like only one will fit, or only one thing would go, only one thing can work. With the here in reverse, it's as if there's some kind of legacy breaking, or some kind of, it's like we're breaking family things, we're breaking patterns, we're breaking cycles, everyday cycles, we're breaking. Maybe we're going down, like we used to be a king, and now we're going down. We're no longer this king, we're no longer king status. With the time traveler, it's almost as if we're being shown, maybe we're being shown like the past, the future, with some kind of clairvoyance, some kind of something, messages or something coming. Maybe it's coming from the family about something. But we're like, this is a call for action, and the action is to surrender. And this reminds me of the pick a card we did. I think it was number 2. Yeah, and look, this is it. This is the feud. This is the truce. This is the surrender, and this is the truce. Because you're coming from the tower, the King of Cups, to the Magician, standing in your power. You knew this is this shocking thing, and the shocking thing is going right from this King of Cups. So I don't know if this King of Cups created, or this tower creates this King of Cups. Usually the King of Cups in a tower moment is standing upright on his throne, like he could deal with everything around him being fucked up, and still he's emotionally stable. But in reverse, it's almost as if all of these things is affecting his energy, and it's creating tower-like, something's got to change. Something's going to change. If you're not going to change it, well, the universe is going to change it. This is a quick change, and this could be, a releasing. We could be shockingly releasing these things, and then this is where we gain this power. When we release it, we make space, and when we have space, and we can create this whole new thing, whatever we want. This is the Magician. You have all the skills needed to create whatever you wanted, whatever your heart's desire. And this is what we're doing. We're going towards our happiness, With the 8 of Swords in reverse, we're no longer stuck in these mental patterns. The 4 of Swords in reverse, we're healing. We're done healing. It's like we've healed for too long, and that's why the world's here. It's like, okay, we're no longer in this energy. We're moving on from this. We're no longer can sit in the sadness. We want happiness, and even if I had to fake a smile, we're faking the smile until it becomes real. This cycle's coming to an end. There's no other, there's no other substitute. You're the only one here. You're the only one that could break this, that could break these cycles and go to the past, to the future, to see through these. This is why you're being called to surrender these things that you do, surrender these actions. Wands are actions, and 7's usually standing up. See, he's backing down. We're backing down from some kind of action. Some kind of action that's not, worthy, like not king worthy. Like you wouldn't see a king doing these actions. You wouldn't see a queen, something you look up to. Somebody look up to. So whatever actions that you're doing that you would, it's like something like that. It's like look in the past, the future, and the present, and see where this is. We're releasing all of this. And this is why, this temperance is in reverse. We've been dealing with this, 14 years? More than 10 years, a grave robber. And we're finding some clues, too. And this is why we need to, when we release, in the beginning, we took our big breath. When we release, we create space. We create space so we can add more. We're manifesting. We're manifesting. After this breakdown and this release. Wow. Beautiful. I know I'm forgetting so many things that I might have said, but when I'm in this, I like don't even remember anyway. I just hope that this was helpful for you in some way. And I want to thank you for being here, because I want to be here without you. So if you did resonate with this reading, hit that like button. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe. And yeah, join us for our lives in the mornings. Love you, Gemini. Bye.